Howdy all, welcome to part 67. It's been a while. I've had a lot of other things going on and I just haven't had the time to do any recording. So this part is just going to basically finishing up the crossover segments, well, the boring crossover segments anyway. There is one more part after this. And then that'll be it for Digimon Adventure PSP. I can't believe I'm nearly done. So, I'm not quite sure what this is all about, but yeah, Masaru from, you know, the leader from Digimon Savers team, or Digimon Data Squad, which is season 5 of Digimon. He confronts Taichi. He believes that Taichi's Agumon is a clone. So yeah, we actually get something different here. We actually have to fight Masaru's Digimon. Of course, that doesn't mean we don't get to fight the clone. We still have to fight the clone at the end of the digital dungeon. But we also have the added bonus of getting to attack the real thing, and it's nowhere near as hard as the clone. I mean, seriously. I'm just abusing the fuck out of my double action here. This is Shine Greymon. I actually did look it up, and I was completely and 100% correct. Shine Greymon is the evolved form of Masaru's Agumon, and Emperor Greymon is Takuya's fully evolved form. So, I was right. Nah, I was right. So this fight, like I say, is a complete and utter joke, especially if you have the items that I've got equipped onto War Greymon, like, you know, no SP usage and double action and all that. If you have all them, you'll never, ever need to worry about running out of SP or even losing the fight. And I don't understand why Masaru's Agumon is so much bigger than Taichi's Agumon. They're both Agumon. Even if the design is slightly tweaked on Masaru's one, and he's got them weird looking glove things. I don't know, I think this just goes to show that all Digimon are different, I suppose. Masaru is also the only Digimon leader that doesn't have goggles. Why not? Anyway, Masaru is kind of like, well, he's, I remember rightly, he was very feisty, very, you know, fighty, and liked to get into fights himself. He even fought, like, even got into a few fights with some Digimon himself. That's how he met Agumon, I believe. But I haven't really watched Data Squad properly. The little that I have watched, Masaru struck me as a right prick. I don't like him much. He's definitely not one of my favourite leaders. So, floor 3. And of course we have to fight another fucking clone. Goes without saying, but I think the clones kind of started getting easier around this point. Either I found a slightly more appropriate strategy, or I just actually bothered to put the effort in. I don't know. I might have put better of Digitips on Agumon at this point, I'm not sure. But I know I didn't record all the digital dungeon segments in one go because it was just too boring. Mainly that just, you know, the walking through the dungeons, that's... I'm sorry, but that's boring. Boring. I'm only including these segments just to showcase everything that the game has to offer. So anyway, we have Shine Greymon here, the clone of him anyway. He's not as easy as the fight against the real Shine Greymon. He's a lot more defensive. Yeah. What can I say about Shine Greymon? Well, the one that we're working with has the 2000 hit point heal ability, but then again, all of them do. And I've given attack up back to War Greymon. I took it off him for a couple of fights, and then I put it back on him, and it actually worked out so much better to have it on him than to not have it on him. It enabled me to get through the fights much quicker. Because as I say, these guys are very defensive. And of course the clone has counter as an ability as well. I just figured I'd mention that in case I forgot. There you go. Counter. I don't think Shine Greymon has any like stat boosting stuff like Magnamon does. And yes, I'm well aware that, you know, looking back, that I have accidentally referred to Magnamon as Magnadramon. Magnadramon is a completely different Digimon. That's one of the alternative mega forms for TEDIUM, which actually wasn't used in this game, but was used in the movie. So yeah, I'm well aware of that mistake. But yeah, Magnamon is a much better Digimon for stat boosting, and Shine Greymon's definitely all about the attacking, similar to Dukemon and Emperor Greymon, if I remember rightly. So I suppose it depends on what kind of, you know, what you're after. If you're after a Digimon that purely goes in for the kill with attacks, then Shine Greymon's a pretty good choice. Probably not one of the strongest though. Sorry, Masaru, but you're not the strongest. Fuck you. Or is it Masaru? I don't care. I'll pronounce it anyway. I don't care. I'll just pronounce it the way that I always have done because, oh, you know me. Stubborn to a fault. Look, so this part is going to be pretty lengthy, and I do apologise for that. I just couldn't figure out how to get it to work any other way without making the parts really ridiculously short. So that's kind of my reasoning there. And I really wanted just to get this done so that I can move on to the final episode in the digital dimension, digital dungeon, whatever. I think it's called Digital Dungeon actually, just judging by the research that I've done. But feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that. And see, look, Shine Greymon's actually going down so much quicker. That attack up's really, really useful. Oh, I will say that attack is really powerful. It's just a pity it won't do much to any of the clones or any of the Digimon we would face. It's not fair. Still loving the tornado attack. See, a defense down would have also worked quite well here, but the healing's far more important to me, because these guys do hit hard, and yeah. Oh, is that an attack up ability or a defense up? I'm not sure. I actually did not know Shine Greymon had that. Okay. Something that makes Shine Greymon pretty decent and handy, I suppose. I don't know if it's, like I say, I don't know if it's attack or defense. Feel free to let me know what that is. It could be attack up. And if that was an attack up, then that's incredibly useful. It's just a pity it's taken so long for it to actually kick in. Aye. Oh, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tired. Oh god. Oh yikes. I'm gonna have to heal again. Oh, that attack up could not have come at a better time. Right, let's heal real quick. And Go in for the kill with another attack. Well, not in for the kill because still got a fair way to go. But we're getting there. I think when it comes to the final episode, I might tweak the Digitips again. It'll probably pan out much better. Digimon Data Squad, like I said, I haven't really seen a whole lot of it. I know it's one of the only Digimon series I think that has legitimate, you know, where the series has legitimately been released on DVD, the whole series, the dubbed version. I think that's the case. I haven't really seen a lot of it. It's okay, you know, from what I have seen it's pretty good, but I don't know. Maybe it's nostalgia, but it cannot come anywhere near close to competing with, you know, Tamers or the two Digimon Adventure series. They're classics to me and they always will be. And Data Squad, you know, it can try, but it will never compare. Not to me. Oh, goody. Please let it be an attack up. I think it is, actually. And, yeah. Oh, goody. Attack up. This should enable... Oh, good. This should enable me to finish him off, hopefully. After a heal. Just in case it doesn't finish him off, like it misses or something stupid like that. And it kills him. Dead as a fucking dodo. Right. So that is the fight with the Shine Greymon clone. Didn't find it any more difficult than the other clones, but I think it went by quicker because of the attack up ability. So it's definitely one to consider keeping on them. Don't take it off like I did, because that would make the fights last longer. Why is it gone quiet? Who the hell is that? I think this is what, Gankumon or something like that. I can't remember his name. I'm pretty sure it's Gankumon. Hackmon recognises him, goes in to attack, and gets knocked back. So is this the enemy? Is this the guy who's been sending the clones after us? And making our lives incredibly difficult? And enabling us not to escape from the digital dungeon? Well, you'll find out in due course. All I know is that he's injured Hackmon. Poor Hackmon. Such a pity. A Digimon we know very little about. And in brutal honesty, I don't particularly care too much about. Is injured. So Masaru's like, well, next time we meet up, you're not going to beat me. Taichi will always beat you, Masaru. He's so much better. He's not a complete and utter cunt for a start. I'm sorry, but you know, Masaru just pissed. You know, I've only watched like the earlier episodes, so maybe he does get better in like the later episodes, but God, the earlier episodes he was such a cocky arsewipe. Just wanted to smack him. Oh man. Right, so the next episode is of the dungeon. Let's do this shit again. And again. And again. So, we arrive back in another floor one. I'm presuming Hackmon's still kind of injured from the fight, but, you know, look at him. He doesn't look injured to me. Reminds me of, like, someone that fakes injury. And we're attacked by a bunch of these things. I can't remember what they're called. And we get rescued by yet another leader from another series of Digimon. This is Taiki. He is the leader in Digimon Cross Wars. I have not seen Cross Wars at all. Apart from like a few tiny snippets. So I cannot tell you anything. But yeah. That's Taiki and his partner Shoutmon, I think his name is. I can tell you that much. And I don't know, my brain's telling me something like Digimon King and, you know, something like that, I'm not sure. But Taiki strikes me as an okay guy. Taichi and Taiki. Yeah, it's not that funny, is it? Right. 3rd floor. Let's fight the clone of the fully evolved form of Shoutmon. And it's called Omega Shoutmon, and I'm not quite sure why, but I think you know, this Digimon offers a little bit of something different in the fight. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, Magnamon was very, very much a Digimon that could boost stats, like attack and defense and stuff, I believe. I'm not sure if Omegamon falls into that similar sort of category. Omega Shoutmon, not Omegamon. We've already met Omegamon, and nothing can beat the fucking mightiness that is Omegamon. Yikes! I suppose being Agumon does not help matters in the slightest, even if there is an attack up involved. Right, gotta get Digivolved very quickly and heal before I go in for the kill with an attack. That attack up will obviously help, but you know. Right, let's just do this. Right, Omega Shoutmon, like all the others, he has counter as an ability. And your support character, Omega Shoutmon, can heal you if need be. Oh, for fuck's sake. The only thing is, I think this particular Omega Shoutmon clone hits pretty darn hard. So there's going to be a lot of healing going on. Oh, that's good. Okay, so Omega Shoutmon can boost defense. That's good. That's handy. I don't think any of the others have that, but it's always handy to have, I suppose. Right. Other than that, you know, Omega Shoutmon hits pretty hard. Well, that didn't actually hit hard at all. Must be that defense up that I was given. That was a pretty strong defense boost if that was the case, because that barely did anything. Wow. That was a strong defense boost. Right. Okay, he's boosting his own defense now. I certainly do not object. Gonna need both of us here. Oh. There really isn't much to say. These clone fights are all the same, bar from, you know, the obvious. Oh, come on. I don't really have much to say at this point. It's just... the clone fights are just the same fucking shit. Just a different Digimon clone. It's disappointing, really, because I think this could have been really awesome. Oh well, just keep going in for the kill. Excellent. Tip missiles. I could do with another defensive booster, Mega Shoutmon, you know, just anytime you're ready. I think it would be incredibly beneficial. Oh, how I wish I had an attack down. Would make this fight so much more bearable. So much quicker. Thank you! You know, I'm grateful that you actually remembered me. You might want to consider boosting your own defense as well while you're at it. And like I said, I'm struggling to think of things to say. This is just all the same shit over and over again, and I'm sorry, but it is tedious. The next part hopefully should be a lot more interesting. Well, the final part, I should say. We're nearly done. We're nearly through with this game. And then that will be it. Okay. No more Digimon Adventure PSP from me. It'll be all over. I'll have finished everything in the game. Okay, yes, I am getting bored now. This is dragging. Come on. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Sorry guys, the toilet was flushing, and I know that the sound comes up in the video, so that's kind of why I didn't speak there as well. Okay, that was excellent. That was an excellent decision on your part, Mega Shoutmon. Boosting defences and all that jazz. I really have nothing to say. Just for the love of God, let it be over. Next part, like I say, should be a lot more interesting. I honestly did find this the most boring segment in the game, and it's disappointing because it is the crossover section of the game with all the leaders, and it's shit. I'm sorry, but it is. The best part of the game is the stuff based on the actual adventure storyline, and this is easily the worst part of the game because it's just so repetitive. You're doing the same shit over and over again. You wander through the digital dungeon till you get to the second floor. You chat to the person you're with. When you get to the third floor, you battle a clone, which is extremely defensive and takes friggin' ages to bring down. I sound really bitter, don't I? But that's just honestly how I feel about it. This is the worst part of the game for me. I actually had to break it up, me actually going through this segment, because it was just so boring. We're nearly done though. Then we'll only have one more friggin' clone to fight. At least in this episode. Oh yeah, there's a clone in the final episode, of course. There would fucking be a clone. And I think it's pretty obvious who the clone's gonna be, given that all the clones the other leaders were fighting in this episode and last episode and the episode before that. Okay, good, level 50. See what I mean? Agumon is just tearing ahead of all the others. Sod the rest of the Digimon. Agumon, bitches. Agumon is definitely the strongest one. And he will be the strongest one by the time you've come to the end of the game. I suppose you could argue that it's a little bit unbalanced for like the other Digimon. Because they will never get as strong as Agumon does, but I don't particularly care. Now normally I would end this part off here, but I really want to get the final one done. So like I say, this episode is going to be a little bit longer than what I normally would have it. About 38 minutes long. Because we have one more leader to get through. Oh yeah, Cross Wars I think was the most recent series. But there's one more friggin' leader to talk to. Oh, Gankumon again. I still think that's his name. And this is Tagiru. I think he's also like a leader in the Cross Wars series. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Cross Wars was kind of broken up into like different sections, if I remember rightly. And Tagiru is kind of like looks up to Taiki, much like Daisuke looks up to Taichi, I suppose. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. Like I say, I have no real familiarity with the Cross Wars series. So yeah. Let's go after Gankumon. I don't think we ever see the rookie form of Tagiru's partner. He's always in his strongest form, Arrestradramon. Arrestramon. I can't fucking pronounce the name. Oh god, that's bad. I think it's Arrestradramon. Oh, whatever. I'm going to pronounce it that way, even if it's wrong. Okay? Because I can't be asked to work myself into a panic about getting it wrong. So let's enter the final fight with the final clone in this episode anyway. Same old boring shit. Hopefully, like I said, the next part should be a little bit more interesting. Not by a whole lot, but, you know, a little bit more interesting. Not much I can say about Arrestradramon. The clone has counter as an ability. And like with all the others, your support character has the ability to heal you by 2,000 points. But that's really all I have to say about that. I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to remember if Digimon does anything other than, you know, attack quite vigorously. I don't think he does. I think he is just like an attacker. But no doubt we'll find out for certain during this fight. Well, I suppose none of these support characters. Ooh! He also has the ability to boost attack and defense. Okay, that's actually really useful. So there you go then. Digimon can do that as well. Probably another one to consider bringing in, you know, with you in the next part, because, like I say, you can choose, you know, 2 support characters to come with you out of all the leaders. It is a possibility, but then again, Digimon also has the same ability, so it's up to you, really. I'm not sure which one of the 2 is more powerful between Digimon and Digimon. But hell, even having both of them would probably be handy. But you'll find out the 2 that I use in the next part in any case. But, you know, who cares? Digimon's, the clone anyway, seems to be going down rather quickly here. And I'm kind of thankful for that. Because I didn't want this part to be too long, like over 40 minutes. Otherwise I would have had to split it into 2 20-minute parts. That would have been a 69-part playthrough. And no doubt some fucker would make a remark about, ooh, 69, no! No, I'm not looking at you, dear. And when I say dear, I'm referring to my husband. Right, can I heal yet? I would like to heal! Oh, good, an attack up, just when I needed it. Right, heal. I do like attack up as an ability. I think it's a fantastic ability and definitely one you should definitely use. Even if you don't go with the defense down, an attack up ability is fantastic. In fact, you know, if you were to use it in conjunction with the defense down, though, it would be really powerful, I imagine. The only thing with an attack up ability is that it doesn't always, you can't always guarantee it's going to work. You missed me, you prick. Take this. I can't believe the amount of damage Wargreimon's doing. That attack up ability is really proving helpful in this fight, and I'm kind of grateful for that, because it gets it done and over with much quicker. Alright, come on. Oh, I could have done with that, thank you very much. I'm still probably going to end up using my own healing ability, because it's much better. And it doesn't use any SP, because I'm awesome like that. Look at that. Nearly there. Come on. I think Digimon is hitting a lot harder than what Magnemon did, so I don't know, maybe he's probably more useful than Magnemon, but... I grew up with Daisuke! I did not grow up with Tageru! Nostalgia, baby! Oh. Nearly there. I can't believe how quickly this fight's gone, actually. I wish the one with Omega Shoutmon had gone as quick. Because that fight was boring as fuck. Or maybe it's just because I couldn't think of anything to say. Oh god. Damn it. Right, finish him off. Because you know you want to. Right, okay, maybe not. Looks like Digimon's going to be finishing him. Hopefully. Excellent. That's all the clones! Thank fuck for that! No, there's only so many clone fights you can endure, and... Like I said, these digital dungeon segments is just the same old shit over and over again, and I don't like them. I don't like them! Well, I don't hate them, it's just I don't like them. Still, I suppose I'm kind of grateful that they did manage to incorporate these guys in there somehow. So now all that matters is finding Gankumon, and well, that's convenient. He appears again, and exposition time. We're getting ready to potentially fight him, and Gankumon eventually reveals that that is not the case. He is actually not the guy that's been causing all the trouble. Gankumon is actually a knight, a royal knight of the digital world, or something like that. He's actually a good guy. Hackmon attacked him because he wanted to challenge him. Or, well, he's familiar with Gankumon or something like that. And Hackmon, you know, wants to get stronger. It's similar to how he challenged Agumon to a fight the first time he encountered him. So Gankumon is not a bad guy. He's a good guy. Not that he looks it at all. He looks kind of strange, actually. I don't understand the appearance at all. The design. Looks like a man dressed up in weird gear with a spirit of a dragon deciding to emerge from him. What a weird design. So we don't know who the clone enemy is, and but it's something to do with the digital dungeons core, so that's where we gotta go. Well, at least we're getting one step closer. Anyway, next time we're gonna finish this. See you later.